All right, let's get ready to dive into something really interesting today.
Sounds intriguing.
It is, especially if you're into Pilates or, maybe you've got a studio or you're just curious about how websites work.
Yeah, websites are fascinating.
Right. Because today we're going to be looking at what makes a really killer website for a Pilates studio.
I like it.
Yeah, the kind of website that just has clients, lining up at the digital door to book those classes.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so important these days to have a strong online presence.
Totally. And we've got some really cool insights to share from this Australian website design company.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're called Site Design and Now W, and they've got this blog post about essential features for optimizing your Pilates studio website.
So they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they really do, and I think they make some really interesting points, so we're going to be digging into those.
Awesome. I'm ready.
All right, so whether you're a studio owner yourself,
Yeah.
an instructor, or just, fascinated by this whole world of web design, you're in the right place. Definitely.
Okay, so let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
Site Design NW starts off by talking about something that might seem really obvious,
Okay.
which is the class schedule.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the foundation of any studio website, right?
It's what people are looking for.
Exactly. Like when you go to a studio website, it's the first thing you want to know.
For sure. What classes are available? When can I take them?
Yeah, but they actually go a bit deeper than that. They say it's not just about listing the class times.
Oh, so there's more to it.
There is. They talk about the importance of making that information really clear and easy to navigate.
Okay, so like user friendliness.
Exactly. And even making it enticing.
Enticing. How do you do that with a schedule?
Well, they suggest things like categorizing the classes by skill level.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, so instead
That's-
of just having like a generic Pilates category,
Yeah,
you might have, intro to mat Pilates
right.
or reformer flow for intermediate,
I see.
Pilates for back pain, that kind of thing. Oh, yeah, so you're targeting different needs and levels.
Exactly. You want people to be able to quickly find what they're looking for.
Makes sense so they don't get overwhelmed.
And speaking of user-friendly experiences, they also talk about the importance of a really well-designed calendar feature.
Oh, the calendar, yeah.
Like imagine a dynamic calendar where clients can filter by their preferences,
Okay.
see the class availability in real time,
Wow.
and maybe even book a spot right there on the spot.
That's so convenient.
Right? It's so much better than having to call the studio or send an email.
Totally.
It's all about making that experience as seamless as possible.
I agree.
And that actually leads us to their next point,
Okay.
which is online booking.
Of course, that's essential these days.
It is. I mean, who even picks up the phone to book things anymore?
Seriously, it's all online.
But they actually connected to something really interesting.
What's that?
Client retention.
Oh, interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, they argued that a smooth online booking system can actually help you keep your clients coming back.
So it's not just about convenience.
No, it's about creating a positive experience.
Right.
They talk about integrating booking confirmations, automated reminders,
I see.
maybe even follow-up emails after a class.
Those little touches.
Exactly. It's all about those little details that add up to a really great client experience.
It shows you care.
And when clients feel cared for,
They're more likely to stick around.
they're more likely to come back.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got a clear schedule.
Yep.
We've got easy booking.
What's next?
Well, this is where things get really interesting.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Site Design and W dives into the importance of showcasing your instructors.
Oh, yeah, the people behind the practice.
Exactly. They say we're talking detailed bios, photos, even videos, if possible.
Makes sense. Put a face to the name.
And their reasoning behind this is really powerful.
What is it?
They say people connect with people.
That's true.
They don't just connect with services or brands.
Right, it's about the human element.
So when it comes to Pilates,
Yeah.
people want to know who's guiding them through these movements.
Who are they trusting their bodies to?
Exactly. They want to feel confident in their instructor's expertise and experience.
It's like choosing any other health professional.
Totally. You want to feel like you're in good hands.
Absolutely.
But then the question becomes,
Yeah.
what kind of details should a studio highlight in those bios?
Good question. What makes a bio stand out?
Well, Site Design and Now W says it goes beyond just listing qualifications and certifications.
Okay, so there's more to it.
Yeah. They talk about capturing each instructor's personality,
Oh, that's interesting.
their teaching style.
Mhm.
Like, are they high energy,
Right.
more focused on alignment and precision?
Okay.
Do they specialize in a particular area like prenatal Pilates or athletic conditioning?
So you're really painting a picture of who they are.
Exactly. You want potential clients to be able to read those bios and think, oh, this instructor sounds perfect for me.
Like online dating for Pilates?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you could say that.
That's funny.
The more information you provide, the more likely someone is to find an instructor they resonate with.
Yeah, and feel comfortable trusting.
Exactly.
That's so important.
Okay, so we've got a user-friendly schedule,
Mm-hmm.
easy booking, and we've introduced those amazing instructors.
Sounds good so far.
But now it's time to add some social proof.
Social proof, what's that?
You know, client testimonials.
Oh, right. Those are powerful.
They are. And Site Design NW is a big believer in their power.
Yeah, word of mouth is everything.
Totally. And testimonials are basically the digital version of that.
Like a recommendation from a friend?
Exactly. But here's the thing.
What?
In a world of fake review,
Oh, yeah.
how do you make sure your testimonials are authentic and impactful?
That's the challenge.
It is, but Site Design NW has some tips for that too.
Okay, I'm listening up.
They say it's all about encouraging clients to share their genuine experiences,
Real stories.
not just generic praise.
So not just, this studio is great.
Right. Think about prompting them with specific questions.
Like what?
How has Pilates at your studio impacted their lives?
Okay.
What challenges have they overcome?
Interesting.
What results have they achieved?
I like that.
So instead of just saying, this studio is great,
Yeah.
a testimonial might say, you know, I used to suffer from chronic back pain, but after a few months of Pilates at this studio, I feel stronger and more flexible than ever.
Wow, that's powerful.
Right. It's a story people can connect with.
It's relatable.
It's inspiring, and it builds trust in a way that a 5-star rating just can't.
For sure.
And speaking of trust and expertise,
Okay.
Site Design and on W emphasizes another key element,
What's that?
a Pilates tips blog.
A blog. Interesting.
I know, I was a little skeptical at first too.
Yeah, why would a studio need a blog?
Right, like, isn't it enough to just focus on the classes and bookings?
Seems like extra work.
But they actually make a really compelling case for it.
Okay, I'm all ears.
It all comes down to content marketing and something called SEO optimization.
SEO, that's important for websites, right?
It is. It basically means making your website more visible in search engine results.
So when people search for Pilates studios, yours pops up.
Exactly. So even if you have the most beautiful, informative website in the world,
Yeah.
if it's not optimized for search engines,
Nobody's going to find it.
no one will ever see it.
That's a good point.
So a blog can actually be a powerful tool for attracting new clients.
By providing valuable content.
Exactly. And establishing your studio as a trusted source of information.
I see. So it's not just about selling classes.
No, it's about educating and empowering people on their Pilates journey.
That's a great way to put it.
So what kind of content are we talking about?
We'll think tips on form,
Okay.
explaining different Pilates principles, maybe even connecting Pilates to overall wellness and a healthy lifestyle. That's great.
It's like you're offering a taste of the studio experience.
Before someone even walks through the door.
They get to see your knowledge, your approach,
Your passion for Pilates.
and that could be a powerful motivator to actually book a class.
Definitely.
It goes beyond just selling a service.
Right.
It's about building relationships.
Then trust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have. It's a lot to take in.
From the basics of class schedules to the power of a well-crafted blog.
So many elements to a successful website.
It is. And you know what? We've only just scratched the surface.
There's more.
There's so much more to explore when it comes to building a truly stellar Pilates studio website.
Well, I can't wait to hear more.
Me too. But let's take a quick pause to absorb all this wisdom.
Yeah, let it sink in.
And we'll be right back to dive into even more strategies.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
See you in a bit.
All right.
Okay, so welcome back.
Back for more website wisdom.
That's right. We've been talking all about the essentials of a successful Pilates studio website.
Those key ingredients.
And so far, we've covered a lot. Clear scheduling so people can find the classes they want.
Yeah, that's crucial.
Easy online booking because nobody wants to pick up the phone anymore.
It's all about convenience these days.
Showcasing those awesome instructors.
Yeah. Put a face to the name. Let people connect with the people.
The power of client testimonials, because social proof is everything.
Absolutely. Hearing from real people makes a big difference.
And how a blog can actually establish your studio as a true Pilates resource.
That was a surprising one for me. I didn't realize how important a blog could be.
Yeah, me too. But it makes sense when you think about it.
It's all about providing value and building trust.
Totally. And you know what? It's amazing how These individual elements start to weave together.
Yeah, like threads in a tapestry.
Exactly, to create this really holistic online experience.
It's more than just a website. It's an extension of the studio itself.
I love that. So let's kind of zoom out a bit and think about the overall design and user experience of the website.
Okay, the big picture.
What are some key principles to keep in mind here?
Well, I think first and foremost, clarity is king.
Clarity, okay.
When someone lands on your website, they should immediately understand what your studio is all about.
Like within seconds.
Yeah, like what types of classes do you offer? Who are your instructors? How do I book a session? All of that should be crystal clear.
So no cluttered layouts or confusing navigation menus.
No, it should feel intuitive and easy to use.
Like walking into a well-designed Pilates studio.
Exactly. Everything has its place. The atmosphere is welcoming. You instantly feel comfortable.
I love that analogy.
That's the feeling you want to evoke with your website design.
Okay, so we've got clarity. What else?
Well, Site Design NW also emphasizes the importance of high-quality visuals.
Visuals, okay.
We're talking professional photos of the studio space, the equipment, the instructors in action.
Real people, real spaces.
Yeah, ditch those generic stock photos and showcase the real deal.
Because picture's worth 1,000 words, right?
Absolutely, especially when it comes to capturing the energy and atmosphere of a Pilates studio.
You want people to feel like they're already there.
Exactly, and don't underestimate the power of video.
No, yeah, videos are huge these days.
A short video clip of a class in progress or an instructor talking about their approach can be incredibly engaging and informative.
It's like giving potential clients a sneak peek into the studio experience.
Before they even step foot in the door.
Exactly. It helps to build trust and transparency.
You're showing them exactly what they can expect.
Now, speaking of making things easy for potential clients,
Yeah.
let's revisit SEO optimization.
SEO, the magic behind the scenes.
It can feel a bit overwhelming for those of us who aren't, super tech savvy.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a reputation for being complicated.
Can you break it down in a way that makes sense for the average studio owner?
Sure, think of it this way. SEO is all about making sure your website shows up in search engine results.
When people are looking for Pilates studios in their area
Exactly. It's like having a prime location on a busy street.
versus being tucked away on a side street where nobody can find you.
Perfect analogy. So even if you have the most beautiful, informative website in the world,
If it's not optimized for search engines,
it might as well not exist.
nobody will ever see it.
It's like having a gorgeous storefront, but no signage.
So it's really important.
Absolutely crucial. And it goes beyond just sprinkling keywords throughout your website text.
Okay, so there's more to it than just keywords.
Yeah, it involves understanding how search engines work, using relevant keywords in strategic places, building high-quality content, and making sure your website is technically sound.
Okay, so what are some actionable steps a studio owner can take to improve their SEO?
We'll start by thinking about the keywords people might use when searching for a Pilates studio in your area.
Like Pilates studio city name.
Exactly, or reformer Pilates, mat Pilates classes, things like that.
Okay,
And then make sure those keywords are incorporated naturally into your website content.
so not just stuffing them in there.
No, it should feel organic.
In page titles, descriptions, headings.
Yep, it's all about helping search engines understand what your website is about.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the good news is there are tons of resources available online to help you learn more about SEO.
So you don't have to become an expert overnight.
No, but even a basic understanding can make a big difference in your website's visibility.
So it's worth investing some time in.
Definitely, it's a long-term investment in your studio's success.
Okay, so we've talked about clarity, visuals,
Yep,
and SEO.
the trifecta of website success.
What else should studio owners keep in mind when it comes to creating a user-friendly website?
Well, I think this is where we move beyond just attracting new clients
Okay.
and into the realm of building a community.
Community. That's a powerful word.
It is, and it's so important in the world of Pilates.
So how do you build community through a website?
Well, think about integrating social media feeds.
Okay, so people can see what's happening at the studio.
Exactly. Create a space for client testimonials.
More social proof.
Maybe even host online challenges or events.
That's cool.
It's all about extending that studio vibe into the digital space,
So people feel like they're part of something bigger.
even when they're interacting with your studio online.
I love that concept,
It's about creating a sense of belonging.
which is so important in today's world.
Absolutely. We all crave connection.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here.
Our brains are full.
Let's take another quick break to absorb all these brilliant insights.
Yeah, let it all sink in.
And we'll be back in a jiffy to wrap things up.
And explore one final crucial element.
Of a successful Pilates studio website.
Can't wait.
And we're back.
Ready to wrap things up?
We are. We've been on this amazing deep dive into the world of Pilates studio websites.
It's been quite a journey.
It has, exploring all these different elements that come together to create a really successful online presence.
From the nitty-gritty details to the big picture ideas.
And I think it's amazing how much thought and strategy goes into it.
Yeah, it's more than just throwing up a website and hoping for the best.
Totally. And it's clear that Site Design and NetAbu really knows their stuff.
They've given us a lot to think about.
So to kind of bring everything together, I want to highlight one more piece of the puzzle.
Okay, what's that?
The call to action.
Ah, yes, that all-important next step.
Exactly. But what exactly do we mean by that in the context of a website?
Well, it's about guiding the visitor toward a specific action.
Okay.
What do you want them to do after they've explored your site?
So it's not enough to just have amazing content and a beautifully designed website.
No, you need to explicitly tell people what to do next.
Like what?
Book a class, download a free guide, sign up for your newsletter, maybe even follow you on social media.
So give them clear instructions.
Exactly. Make it easy for them to take that next step.
And how do you do that?
Well, think strong verbs and phrases.
Okay.
Like book your intro class today or discover the benefits of Pilates.
Catchy and compelling.
And make sure those calls to action are visually prominent.
So they stand out.
Yeah, maybe a big button that pops out on the page or a strategically placed banner.
So you can't miss it.
Exactly. And don't limit yourself to just one call to action.
Oh, so you can have multiple?
Yeah, throughout the website, depending on the context and what you're trying to achieve.
Give me an example.
Sure, on your blog, you might encourage readers to sign up for your newsletter to receive more Pilates tips.
Makes sense. Tailor it to the content.
Exactly. It's all about guiding the visitor on a journey.
A Pilates journey.
You could say that.
So I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Yeah, it's been a really insightful conversation.
To our listeners out there, whether you're a seasoned studio owner or just starting your Pilates journey,
we hope you've learned something valuable today.
remember, your website is more than just a digital storefront.
It's a powerful tool for connecting, inspiring, and building a thriving community.
Around your passion for Pilates.
And who knows, maybe you'll even inspire someone to roll out their mat and try their first Pilates class.
That would be amazing. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Pilates studio websites.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep those digital muscles strong.
And keep on stretching.